All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm here with Jen Cavagnaro from Tech, the developers of our app, and we are here to talk about the New York State Craft Beer App and how you can update and utilize your profile on the app to drive traffic to your brewery. So we are actually the first state in the country to have an app of this capacity dedicated to craft beer tourism. We're really proud of it, and we've seen a lot of success with the app since we've launched it. We have over 30,000 active users. Hopefully all of you already have the apps on your phone. If you don't, I put the link to download it in the chat. You won't need the app on your phone to manage your profile, but you should have it just so you can use it. It has a map of every brewery in the state. All of you have a profile on it, as I'd mentioned, and there is a passport program to incentivize users to visit breweries, collect stamps, and then they can earn awesome free beer gear, including like merchandise, and we even have a trophy and tickets to events and things like that. So as a brewery, you can update your profile with your hours of operation, location highlights, whether you are like family friendly, dog friendly. You can upload photos. We'll get into promoting events at your breweries and special deals, and you can also list news articles about things going on. So without further ado, I'm going to let Jen take over the reins here, and she is going to walk us through how to do all of this, which is very easy, I might add. So
very simple.
Yep, we'll make it quick
Okay.
and get everyone started.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm going to share my screen. Chloe, let me know when you can see it.
I can see it.
Okay, great. This is the login page. It's business.localexplorers.com. You just simply type in your email address and your password and click login. If you forget your password, there's a little click here to reset your password underneath. If you have not logged in or you're not sure what your username or password is, just email Chloe or myself. Maybe she could put the email addresses in the chat, and we can look you up and make sure that we have the correct owner information, or send out a new invite for you to accept your portal and create your password. Once you log in, you're going to be directly in your portal. I have that open here. I'm using 12 Gates just because it was first alphabetically and they've already registered. And I'm in a staging portal. So when you log in, you're going to see all of the app analytics here that display, and it's pretty cool. I can go through that at the end. But once you log in, you're going to have your image here. If you don't have one there and you want it to look customized, I can show you where you can add it. But basically your menu is on the left-hand side here. First and foremost, I'm going to go over user management. We have already uploaded the owner information. So they are the ones who are able to log in, but you can pick up to, I believe, 3 additional users if you'd like, and they can help you manage your portal and your content. So if you have managers or assistants or anybody that you would like to help. In this case here, Tom has Tessa also helping her 12 Gates. You can manage them by clicking in the upper right-hand corner. There's add new. So you would invite a new user. You would type in the first name, the last name, their email address, and then select whether you want them to be an admin or a user. The only difference here is that an account admin can see the settings. In the settings, there's a payment tab. That's used basically for people who, the apps that use advertising and they're able to put in credit card information. In the case of New York, we don't at the moment have that going on right now, so it doesn't matter. You can do admin or user. And you would click send invitation, and it would send out an invitation similar to the one that you received when you were claiming your portal. So they would log in and claim the portal and create a password, and then be able to log in and see just as you can right here. In the case of the owner is not able to be changed at all. If somebody has already claimed the portal and they have an existing owner, then you need to reach out to me if there is a change, because we need the developers to change that. But in the case of additional users, you can manage them by in the action column, you can delete the user, you can make them active or inactive, and you can change their roles. For example, if Tessa wanted to be moved up to an admin, you can change the role to admin. So that's how you can add people and manage additional users. I mentioned showing you where you could change this logo. It's under settings, and this is just so that it looks nice. If you need to update your user information, this is mandatory. I just thought I'd mention that because it can be a little bit of a pain. If you have any issues with that, you can email me. But this is where you change any owner information. As far as if phone number, address is changed. This is not the location information though, so don't worry about that. If the owner phone number is here and you don't want it listed on the front end, that's not where that displays. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Anyways, this photo on the top left-hand corner is just down here at the bottom of the settings page, and technically it should be 300 by 150, and it just appears up here and looks nice. But for the important stuff, managing your location details, if anything changes or if you're just logging in as a new user here and you want to go visit your information and edit it, you go to content management and locations. We have already added your main location information here, and what was gathered is either basic, just the address, or depending on who added it, if they popped in and put some basic information that could be found online. So just a quick overview, it's the name. This is the name that appears in the app. The latitude and the longitude auto-populate. You guys just have breweries because it's a brewery app. The date that the location was created, and this is kind of interesting. It shows you how many stamps have been awarded at the location. To edit this information, you click the blue pencil icon and it'll pop up everything that is appearing in the app. Just one second. So if you wanted to edit the title of the your brewery, you can edit it here. This is where the phone number for the brewery appears. So if it's different from the owner information, or there's a public phone number, you can put it here. Here is the address. If for any reason it changes or it's not correct, you can change it here. The latitude and longitude, like I mentioned, they auto-populate. Sometimes it's from, it auto-populates from Google Maps. So if you notice that people are saying that they're not able to get a stamp, it's not a problem. There might just be a discrepancy here, and you can email me and I'll double check it and fix it for you. Usually it's pretty spot on though. So, but it's not 100%. So now you can just email me if there's an issue. Scrolling down, we have the features. It's just a long list of pre-filled features, and there are various. Some of them might not have to do with breweries, so you can skip over those. Don't panic. We had a couple clients come on that were different in different categories, but there's all sorts of things. If there's deliveries, food trucks, is it family friendly, outdoor seating, and some of these do apply also, or some of the breweries have full service restaurants. They can make reservations for tastings, tours, snacks. So you can just go through here and pick as many. I'm just clicking as many as you want, or if you log on and something's not available anymore, you just click the little X and get rid of it. You can skip right over amenities. That's not going to appear. I want to go over something kind of important with the description. A lot of people go to copy and paste a bunch of things into this field here, and we advise against that because sometimes you're copying code, especially if there's font styles, and it can really hose up the system. So you want to try and put some clean code in here, type it out yourself, or what I like to do is I click on this little code view icon here, and I'll paste in there. And then when you click it again, you can style it however you'd like to. So that's important. As you can see here, you can also add URLs here. In this case, they put their beer list, which was really nice. We do have a section over here that's pretty new, so I can go over that. But you might want to, if you click in this, and then you can edit the link as well to open in an outside tab, and it just opens a different browser and takes you anywhere. So you could certainly put links in there as well. The hours of operation are below here. If you're closed on a particular day, you would just check closed. And then you can put just the hours. So sometimes if there's change depending on different seasons, you might want to log in and change those so that they're accurate. Production only is important. If your brewery does not serve guests and you mark production only, it's meaning you can add your information as far as where they can find your beers or things going on. You can certainly advertise, but when you check this, it's removing you from the passport program, and it removes the stamp button from the page, and it also hides the physical address, just so that app users don't drive out to your location to get a stamp and they get disappointed. So sometimes people check this by accident, or they don't really know what it means, and they're removed from the passport. So people start emailing. So just be cautious for this one. You can add your website URL and it will display on the page. We've recently put an e-commerce URL. So if you have a shop or you sell, whether it be merch or anything, any of your beers online, you could put the link here, and a little basket icon will appear in the app. So that will take them directly to your e-commerce store. The menu URL opens a tab at the bottom, and your menu can appear. So if you have a menu link on your website, or just be cautious if it's linking to like a PDF, that will appear, but you might have to change the link depending on if your menu is changing weekly. So, but you could put that here. So in their case, their beer list could also come here to this menu URL. Another new item is the booking URL, and that's for if you sell, if you take reservations or you have a link for reservations, you could put it here. If you're selling for tastings, tours, or any type of event, you could put the URL here, and it appears underneath the check-in, the little social media check-in button. It's green, and it will take you to, usually it's like, for example, if you had like an Eventbrite or something like a website that you can book through. So that's nice. If you have more than one location, if you've opened a second or a third location, I will show you how to create those locations, but you would want to check off this one for the main, I guess. And in this case, they only have one. So this is the main location. And then we have added a slew of social links. We have Facebook, Twitter, which is now X, Instagram, YouTube, Yelp, TripAdvisor, and Untapped. And I was working on TikTok. I don't know who has TikToks, but we haven't put that in there yet. So I guess stay tuned if that becomes added. But those are your location information details here, and they can be updated as much as possible. The second that you hit save and close, you can close your app and reopen it and check your page, and all of those details are immediately changed. On the top here, so that was location details, you'll see we have an image tab. You can have one logo. It's circulating. You can have one logo. It should be 300 by 300, so it should be square. And you can have as many location detail images as you want. We do have a recommended size here of 450 by 225, but we can't put a cropper on it because this scrolls. But all you have to do is click in here and add as many location detail images. And I recommend a few. Try to make them fun. And you can swap those out as you want as well. So this is where you would go to update your logo and your images. Let's close this out. If you have additional locations that you would like to add, you just back in your content management locations, you would just click a blue on the top corner to add new. And you'll see these in the top corner of everywhere I'm going. It's kind of like uniformed, the same as the action items. They're always here in the right column. You would add new here and add all of the details for a new, it's just going to be the same. And for a new location. The only thing there is that just for moderation purposes, these secondary locations, so if 12 Gates opened a new location and they added it here, it's not going to go in the passport program. So if you add a second or third location, you need to email out to Paul or Chloe and let them know so that they know that they can add it to the passport program. Otherwise, it's just going to be in there as a directory listing. If for some reason you are renovating, closing down, you can unpublish your location. It won't appear anywhere though. So you would want to make sure to log back in and republish it if that were the case. So moving on from locations, under content management, we have events. I don't know if they have any events here. We can go through and create a test one. Oh, they do. Here are the events. They appear in the app. You can create as many as you want. If you do something reoccurring, I'm going to show you, you want to make sure that you put it reoccurring so that you don't just go like a Taco Tuesday. You're not going to go put 100 of them in there. We can put it as reoccurring so that it'll appear nicely. Again, this one's already listed here. You could manage it. You can edit, delete, or unpublish if you wanted. But in this case, we're going to add a new one. It's very simple. Here it is. You just create the title. And remember, I'm in staging, so it's okay if I add this, it's not going to go in the live app. You're going to do test description. You're going to put any description items that you want to in here. The categories mostly used are around town, meaning if you are hosting an event that is not in your brewery, you will add around town, and then you need to put, it only gives you the option for other. And you would add the title of the location, the address, latitude and longitude will auto-populate. If you're doing in-house, it's going to give you the option for just your location. And then you don't need to fill out the address because it already knows. If you're selling tickets, like through Eventbrite or something of that nature, you could put it here, and a little ticket icon will pop up on the event detail page. If you have a website or a page on your website dedicated to this event, you can put that here. And we found a ton of people are promoting through Facebook events. So you can put the Facebook URL here, and it will open it up to the Facebook event page. Logo is not really used here. I need to comment that out, but the main image is used. And I believe there is an image cropper. I'm just using something. So I'm sorry, this is like an Ohio ad here, but so there's an image cropper, and it'll take it to the size dimensions that you want. I recommend the 450 by 225. So it's a 2-to-1 ratio. But if you don't have that, or you're not very great at cropping, the cropping tool can help you. I do recommend putting an image also because it makes it a little bit more enticing. So you would put the start date. There's a date picker here. So you'd put the start date. So we're going to assume it's on Friday coming up, and you will just put the date and the time. And then you would click save and close if it was just a one-time event. If the event is happening every Friday, or, you know, the second Friday in every month or something like that, you would add it repeats. And you could say, is it daily? It's weekly? It's every Friday. And then you can end it. So you could say, you know what, I'm doing this every Friday for until I decide not to. So you would put it doesn't ever end. Or you can specify, you know what, this every Friday runs until October. So then you would change that date here. Or you can just set a number of occurrences. We're just doing it for about 7 weeks, and that's it. And then you would click save, and it'll save over here. And then you would click save and close, and then it will go into your little event dashboard here. if we don't like it, we don't want it anymore, we're just going to click the little X here and delete it, and it's gone. I just did want to point out also, once this disappears, when you unpublish, the little I changes colors. So I'm just unpublishing their Rock the Gates festival here, and it's going to turn into like a little teal kind of color. And it moves it to a draft status. So you can also, then you can publish it. So that's our event section. I do highly recommend putting events in. It keeps the app looking nice, and people are always opening up to see what's going on. So some nice little catchy photos and events are a good idea here. Well, we can go to the news section. You can add news into the app. It's going to take you to the little news dashboard. Ooh, 12 Gates they have news also. That's cool. So they already have this existing article here. It just shows the title, their own location, because you can only add for your own location, obviously, and the date that it was created. And you have your edit, delete, or unpublish. And in the top right corner, you can click new to add a new news article. So you would add your title, your description, and again, remember not to copy and paste from a website into here. And if you are, which I do, guilty, I always click in the code view and I paste into here. And then when you click back, it's completely clean. So you'll have to add your spacing and your bold, but that will just make it some clean there. You can add, if it's an announcement, industry news, local news, or recipes, you're getting fun, you add your location. And then for the image, I recommend, it's going to have a cropper as well, I believe. Yeah. So it's also the 450 by 225 or 2:1 ratio. And then you'd click save and close. So I recommend adding some news also, because that's fun. And it's also engaging, gets people interested. So that's news. And then last but not least, under content management, we have deals. For deals, you can get creative. If you have, I don't know, any discounts on anything, whether it's food, drink, merch, it doesn't have to necessarily just be a coupon, like a certain percentage off. You could do like, if get a free, I don't know what the laws are in New York, to be honest, but whatever they are, you're going to want to follow within that guideline. But you can add anything. So you would click the blue add new. It's going to open up here. It's along the same line. So you're going to add the title of the deal and the deal description, your location, and then the start date for the deal. And then you need an expiration date. So, and you can always come in here and re-edit it. And then you would add an image. This one's slightly smaller. This is a smaller image. So I'd have to get back to you on that, actually. I'm not sure what the size is of this, but Chloe, I'll get that over to you so that you can add it to the website. But it has the cropper on here for if you don't have the right image size. So I'll just do a test deal and add it here. You don't need an image, but it's highly recommended. I'm just showing you what it looks like. It'll show up in the dashboard here, and you can edit it, delete it, or unpublish it if you need to. The test deal will also show up on your location detail page. It'll open up a little deals tab right next to the menu tab. So you should have your check-in or photos section. And then you'll have deals, and you'll have the menu if you have a menu link uploaded. So that's it as far as the content management goes. We went over user management. We went over the settings tab where you can change owner information. And then if you click on the help center, it takes you to the knowledge base on the local explorers website. So you could do that, or I know Chloe has one going on on the New York website. So I think that's it. Chloe, is there anything that I'm missing?
No, I think you did a great job. I just want to invite anyone that's on here to ask any questions. Feel free to unmute yourself. Any questions? So the
I
last
am
thing,
gonna, oh, go ahead. I was
oh,
gonna show you what the analytics look like. I was in staging there, so I'm just gonna log in very quickly to the production site.
yeah, and while you do that, I just wanted to mention to everyone on here, this recorded video will be available on a web page that we have dedicated to these app instructions. So there's a whole PDF that can walk you through all of this, and also we'll put the video there. So I'm going to drop the link in the chat, and you can save that to your desktop and access your portal through that page and all of these instructions.
All right, this is just a view when you log in. Everybody has the app analytics here, and they're just good to review over. This one's taken a minute to load the map, but it shows you downloads, percentages, and it's kind of fun to take a look at. So that's what's going to populate when you open up, when you log in. It's not just a blank white screen, so it's a little more filled in. But I think that's all I have as far as user training. Should I stop sharing? Did you want to say any words?
Tina
Yeah,
has a question.
Yes, sure.
It's in the
so
chat. Yep.
Tina is wondering if her login is our NYSBA login. So correct me if I'm wrong, Tina. I think you're referring to your Membership Works login. Are you there?
So they would be two different logins.
So they're two different logins. So Membership Works is your member portal, and that's everything that you need to access to manage your actual NYSBA membership. And then the app portal is separate. It's just exclusive to your app, and that is a different login that you created yourself. And if you don't have it, you can just email me or just email me and I'll drop my email right here in the chat. Just Chloe@NYScraftbeer.com. Any other questions? Well, it's really important. I appreciate that you're all on here. Updating this info on the app will help drive traffic to your brewery, but also it's going to help us in growing the app as a whole. The more that breweries are engaged in listing their information and events, the more that enthusiasts are going to want to continue to use this as a tool and take advantage of all the really cool features it has. So feel free to reach out to me anytime with any questions. Make sure you save that link so you can get the instructions whenever you need to, and we appreciate your time. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Take
Thank
care.
you.